Your chest feels tight, something is wrong with the air. It tastes thick, almost syrupy, and your thoughts are moving slower than they should. 40 meters down, the water above you has turned a deep, bruised blue. You check your gauge. The numbers make sense, but only barely. Something in your head is starting to drift. You're a recreational diver on a wreck dive off a warm water coast, the kind of dive that draws hundreds of people every year. You have logged dives before you know your limits, or you think you do. The plan was simple: descend, circle the wreck, ascend slowly, stop for safety, but the current pulled you lower than planned, and now you're deeper than you meant to be, breathing compressed air that is quietly changing the chemistry of your blood. 1 minute in at this depth, nitrogen, an inert gas that makes up most of the air you breathe, is dissolving into your bloodstream faster than usual. At the surface, your body handles this without issue. Down here, the pressure is nearly 5 times greater. That pressure forces more nitrogen into your tissues, your fat, your nerves, your brain. You do not feel it happening. That is the danger. There's no pain signal for gas dissolving into a cell. 5 minutes in, your judgment starts to soften at the edges. This is nitrogen narcosis, sometimes called rapture of the deep. The gas is beginning to interfere with the way signals move across your nerve cells, mimicking the effect of certain sedatives. You feel strangely calm, too calm. A diver in this state has been known to hand a working regulator to a buddy who does not need it. Convinced everything is fine, researchers studying diving physiology, including work built on the foundations laid by physiologists like JBS Haldane a century ago, have shown that narcosis can impair decision-making well before a diver notices anything unusual. 20 minutes in, you realize your air is lower than expected. You start your ascent, but faster than the dive computer wants. This is the moment the real danger begins. As you rise, the pressure around you drops. The nitrogen that dissolved so easily on the way down now wants to leave your tissues just as fast, forming tiny bubbles if you move up too quickly. 30 seconds after breaking the surface, your shoulder aches. Then your knee, you assume it is nothing. Divers often do. 1 hour later, the ache has not faded. It has grown sharper, more specific, deep inside the joint, rather than on the skin. This is decompression sickness, what generations of divers have simply called the bends. Nitrogen bubbles are forming inside tissue and blood vessels in places built to carry fluid, not gas. Small bubbles can lodge in joints, causing the aching pain you feel. Larger ones can travel toward the lungs or spinal cord, and that is where the real danger lives. 2 hours later, you notice tingling in your fingers. A strange numbness climbs your forearm. This is your spinal cord responding to bubbles interrupting blood flow to sensitive neural tissue. Left alone, this can progress to paralysis. Divers who ignore early symptoms, dismissing them as ordinary soreness after a long swim, sometimes lose that window of time when treatment works best. You tell someone that single decision changes everything. Within the next few hours, you're inside a hyperbaric chamber, breathing pure oxygen under increased pressure. This is not a coincidence. It reverses the exact physics that caused the injury. Higher pressure shrinks the bubbles, forcing nitrogen back into solution in your blood, while the oxygen helps your tissues recover from the disruption. Documented case records from diving medicine networks, including data gathered by organizations like Divers Alert Network, show that most divers treated promptly recover fully, while delayed treatment correlates strongly with lasting nerve damage. By the next morning, the tingling is gone, the ache in your knee is fading. You are one of the fortunate ones, the vast majority whose bodies recover once the pressure imbalance is corrected in time. This is what makes decompression sickness so unusual among physiological emergencies. It is not caused by an external toxin or a foreign pathogen. It is caused by pressure itself and your body's total inability to sense pressure change directly. Your nervous system evolved to detect heat, pain, and touch. It never evolved to detect nitrogen accumulating silently in your own tissue. That blind spot is the entire story. Even now at sea level, your body holds dissolved gases in careful balance, adjusting constantly to pressure changes you never register consciously, whether from altitude weather or simply standing up too fast. The ocean did not create a new vulnerability in you, it revealed one that was always there, hidden by the fact that at the surface, the numbers never move far enough to matter. Somewhere below the surface, right now, another diver is breathing the same compressed air, feeling that same faint thickness settle behind their eyes, unaware that their own blood is already beginning to change.